And we're live, giving speeches on a Mercury day. Hermes, the Lord of Communication, which was also Thoth. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, north. That's crazy. We talked all about salvation. North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch what I posted on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. I did not post a short yesterday, but I got a great one for today. I've got a lot of them. What's up, everybody? Sorry I didn't come back and drop the ISIS card on you, but ISIS was busy. I thought to myself, it's like, oh, well, today's the day. It doesn't matter. Realistically, when you get this video, you know, all these tarot readers used to say these fucking videos are timeless. I thought that was stupid as fuck, and their videos will eventually cease to exist. But as far as mine, I'm the first one to catch the fucking light. I'm the closest thing to the light. So I relay the message as the messenger of God. And it gets to you on your specific timeline. Which means, you know, you're way down on Earth. I just caught it, so it's gonna take quite a while to get to you. Realistically. So, in the essence of, oh, if you don't tell them today, then they don't know about the energy of today. No. The energy arrived today. It'll be going in the fucking tornado of time until it gets to you. Realistically, yeah, it's just a toilet of time. Cauldron. I call it all kinds of things. It's the toilet bowl of time. So even though this was my energy yesterday, it most definitely could be your energy today or whenever this fucking video gets you. Because it's only relevant, you know, when you open up a Bible, it tells you a verse to help you through that day. Does that make sense to you? So today's the day. There is a timing to this when it's released upon the earth. But you're not going to catch it. Why? Because you're underneath the earth. You're 10 feet underneath the ground, dude. You're like in the dirt. It's going to take forever for you to catch this healing. And then I come in and just tell you to look out for it. That's it. You'll know it when it comes. You'll be like, oh shit, this is what she was talking about. What you talking about, Willis? Well, that was yesterday. But it's today or whenever this day comes for you. Time is irrelevant, bro. At this point, as all we're doing is repeating time. So, the cool thing is we have two mixed energies today. We had mixed energies yesterday, which was the masculine and the feminine that we dealt with. Now we're just still in feminine energy. But good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm going to start with the Isis. That would have been yesterday, but it's the same thing. Is your back against the wall, or have you painted yourself into a corner? This card is all about getting out of a sticky situation. Sometimes help can come in ways you least expect it, appearing like a miracle from the celestial heavens. So, did any of that happen for you yesterday? Okay then, accept it today. Accept that you're going to get an answer today. Someone's going to help bail out is what I heard. Okay. Now, what's really funny is something happened yesterday. I posted in my community page, but it was the video before. The morning before, I had said that when I woke up, as I was coming into the waking world, I had saw a man, and he was telling me that they're hiring at the front desk. And I found this very interesting because, you know, it was an otherworldly communication, but it had to do with this world. And I'm like, well, I hope he comes back and tells me where they're hiring, is what I said yesterday. Out of nowhere, I got an email, a recruitment email from a senior living center saying they were hiring at the front desk. Now, after I looked into it, it's like I don't have the certifications. I mean, I could I will walk my way into it and get certified for it, but I don't have a CPR certification and some of these other certifications you need to work at this location. But, you know what I mean? I would be more than willing to get it if that's the case. But I found it extremely unbelievable. It took me until the middle of yesterday when I was in my baptism that it hit me. It's like that man came and told me about this. Who was the man, was the question. Was it a living man at that facility? Or was it a man that left that facility? Or was it just a spirit guide that wanted me to go to that facility? Or was it just a man in the spirit world as I was waking up that gave me some information as I was coming back to this world. He's like, hey, by the way, they're hiring. Like, you know, it's kind of like, how do you explain it? It's like when you go to incarnate, it's the same thing when you wake up. You're leaving that world and coming into this world. So everybody's giving you messages before you go back into the world. So that's what happened, and I found it very unique. It wasn't necessarily, oh God, they got the right job for me. Maybe, but I got the right message. That's what tripped me out. I saw this man tell me about this. Who was he? I don't know. That's the cool part. Someone in the spirit realm connected me in the physical. That was really cool to me. It just was. Everybody thinks that I'm all the magic, but God's all the magic, and I work with him and become magical. But I see his wonders, and I'm like, I wonder what the fuck? What? I just thought it was really cool, bro. A spirit, and I tried to explain that yesterday when I was talking about chasing and the divine feminine. It's like they'll come to you with the right information. It's like you have to be receptive. You have to be, you know what I mean? And that's it. A spirit came and told me about a job. And then I found the job. It doesn't mean that job, I'm supposed to do everything to get that job, but it was all, the message was sent to me at 1:11. The position itself was a Friday, Saturday night overshift from 11 to 7. It was all synchronistic. Again, I filled it out and I sent it back in and stuff, you know, but I don't have the qualifications. It was just very interesting. And I just want to show you that it's not always about a prize, but it's a surprise to be part of everything. And it's nothing more, and that's why I said it. This doesn't confirm I got a job. It just confirms that God is real, that he's really working, that the spirits, that everything is. It was really trippy to me. It was really trippy to me. It was like, who was the man that came to tell me that wants me over there? It wasn't God. It was a man. It was a man. It was a masculine energy. In essence, it was a shadow. It was a shadow person, but I know it was a masculine energy that was speaking to me. Cool, huh? Pay attention to your dreams. Alright, this might be an outside influence coming in to save the day, but it will more likely be a solution you discover on your own through sudden inspiration. When appearing in the future position, this card is a reminder not to worry about your present circumstances, because they are going to change for the better. I could have read this yesterday, but we're following up on yesterday. It will get better. This too shall pass, but it's not going to change unless you change the circumstance, guys. You can't think your relationship is going to get better just sitting in it. Your job's not going to get better. You just keep trying to, you know, do your job. They're not going to treat you better. They're not going to pay you better. You're not going to feel better about going to it or coming home from it. There's no growth at this job. You've already learned how to do it. You've mastered this skill, and now you're wasting time. You are not learning. You are not progressing. You're not getting challenged. You're not pushing yourself. Push yourself out and push yourself to do more. You're worth more. After you learn a skill, bro, that's the whole point of a fucking resume. After you learn how to master a skill in that world, in the work world, you highlight the shit out of that shit and you put that on your resume and you move on. You use that skill to get you to the next door, dude. You don't just sit there with one skill for the rest of your fucking life, mastering one. I'm looking at all of my rappers right now. You're fucking pissing me off with this. It's like, you could be good at everything. Have you ever seen Lewis? Lewis tries to do all kinds of things. Why? Because he's a competitive jerk. Really, he's a little bit envious and jealous. It's like, if you can do it, I can do it. That's his attitude, I promise. And I have that shitty-ass attitude too. But I've learned that I can't just do everything. Like, it really takes a certain type of person to do some shit. But I'll be walking around all high and mighty like him, like, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do better than you. So he does a lot of things. He gets competitive, and he does a lot of these extreme sports and shit like that. He's extreme anyways, obviously. But he does that, and he pushes himself to excellence, and he realizes that he can do just about anything. It's like, you know, Wolfman came out talking about he jumps out of planes. Okay, and fucking Lewis has been doing that forever. When the moment comes and somebody's got to get the fuck off, I know who to shove out. I know you'll be fine, right? Because you know how to do this. You're the first one that I'm throwing out the fucking plane because you planned for this. You've been training your whole life to get thrown off a fucking plane. I mean, what else are you training for? You're training for, in one moment in time, you're gonna go rogue and jump the fuck off. Or we're gonna throw you the fuck off. That's what that's manifesting. I don't give a fuck what you think. That's what you're manifesting. Now, you go back to it, Lewis has done that. He jumps out of helicopters and goes fucking snowboarding and shit like that. You better be careful over there, Schumacher. You're gonna hit a fucking tree and then you're gonna be vegetable boy. You know what I mean? But in the essence, it's like he keeps trying to see what he can do. Not what he can't, but what he can. And there's not much you can't do. The only thing that's really limiting in this world is probably singing. If you were to be a real singer, like, you might not be able to hit notes. You might not have the voice box for that. You know what I mean? Certain athletic things. You might not have the arm strength. I'm real strong, but it's because of my back and my hips, you know, because I'm the fucking, you know, I'm a Sagittarius. So I could put my back into it and I can carry a lot of weight. But as far as my arms, bro, you're never going to catch me do a chin-up. I'm falling off the fucking planet on that one. A chin-up or a pull-up? Nah. No. But you could see me carrying fucking, you know what I mean, easily 80 pounds of fucking groceries or something like that. But as far as the... No, I could train myself to do that if I wanted to, but I don't want to pull myself off a ledge. You don't understand what you're training yourself to do. Why do you need to know these things? Because you're going to need it. Let's hope. Otherwise, you're just blowing up your body for nothing and your ego. So, with that being said, change. Change again and again and again and again and again. Find yourself and find more of yourself and find more of yourself. God damn it, Russ. Give me a minute. I need to alchemize his As soon as it hits me, I want to fucking punch the phone, bro. I want to punch him in his face. The shit that comes out of this motherfucker's mouth, or that he writes down, makes me want to punch him in the face all the time. He's the biggest fucking fraud I've ever met in my fucking life. You're welcome to take that lead and say that you're faker than this fake fucker. Breathe. Anger turns to rage. He had posted some crap yesterday, and the fucking artwork is so filth. He really wants you to fucking, you know, he couldn't turn to them and say, no, it's garbage. I'm gonna get someone else to do it. He just accepts what he's given and is told it's art. The fucking artwork is garbage. It's filth, and I can't wait for you to tattoo this on your skin. Do you realize that, filth? Do you realize that? You tattoo every one of your fucking... You know, every one of your minor accomplishments, you have to put on your skin like, look what I've done. Yeah, look what you've created, motherfucker. Gumby. That was your fucking creation, was Gumby. Wild. Anyways, he shared this bullshit talking about, you know, he's in this stage of going into the unknown. Bitch, there's nothing unknown about your backyard. You've done nothing in your life but live the same life with the same fucking people, the same fucking car, the same fucking everything, with your fucking family. Come on, guys. I can't stand you. Please, guys, please don't be this disgusting human being that God has shown us not to be. Whatever you're going through, if you want to get through it, then end it. If you want it to be over, then make it over. God's not going to come. Jesus isn't going to come. And if he does come, he's going to make it over. He's not going to fix it. It's not fixable. It's not something that brings you joy. Even if he came in and waved his little wand, it's still going to suck for you. Sex with her is going to suck. It's not going to get no better. Close your eyes. What else are you going to do? Extra lubricant? More toys? Fucking pornographic fucking... What are you doing to keep fucking this bitch? It's not going to get better. You're trying to take outside shit to make your insides better, bro. This is not good. That's your own prison, bro, because you don't care that you're not happy. You're going to lie and cheat and steal to keep this fake idea of happiness. Try to sell it. I'm happy. Bitch, you ain't happy. Get out of my face. Anyways, so going back to the guys, to all of you. Don't worry about your present circumstance because they are going to change for the better if you change them. Nobody's going to make it better. And if it won't change, God will destroy it for you because you're a pussy. It's better to have some control than to lose control here. Have some fucking control. And that exactly goes to Lewis Hamilton. They're going to fire you, bro. Why can't you see this? Are you that fucking blind? All you care about is yourself. You're not reading you're not reading it. You're not seeing what other people are saying. You're oblivious to the world you live in. I told you, bro. Because you're too afraid. You're gonna be the only driver to ever get fired in Formula One, bro. From Ferrari. Man, they got you good. Loser. I fucking told you this over a year ago. I'm so sad. I could pick each and every one of you apart right now. You were exactly where I fucking found you. Each and every one of you. Hey, how you doing over there, Royce? You trying to hold up Detroit? Really? I think the white boy does it better. You still trying to be part of the town? You trying to be part of it? You trying to put up rappers and shit? You trying to get the block up? Blockhead. Roblox. You're doing nothing. Not for Detroit, not for your family, not for this country, not for music. Not for the black community, not for nobody, bro. The fuck are you doing? Hey, NF, where have you been for 3 years? What are you doing for this world? Your wife at this point is spreading more fucking healing than you are. She's a bigger influence in the world right now than you are. How does that make you feel, bro? That you're useless. All of you. Oh, God. Then we got Logic with his torn idea of Paradise fucking Records that he stole from a whole different fucking movie scene. You stole somebody's idea and tried to make it better. How's that working out for you, bro? How's that working out for you? Trying to be somebody else. Trying to be someone else, right? You hang out with actors and now you're an actor. You hang out with producers and now you're a producer. You hang out with someone and now you're going to go and invest your family's money into something else that somebody else is better at. This isn't what you do. Did you have any acting fucking credits before this? No, you're right up there with Russ. And you all think that you're Eminem and going to get a fucking Oscar. Oh, God. And now we got fucking Wolfman. I could do this all day with you losers. The point is you're not getting any better. You're not changed anything. You haven't quit nothing. You say you're starting new projects, but you can't do something new on old energy, bro. You're putting on dirty underwear to go outside, which is you. The same you. Every time you go out, it's you. Your dirty ass underwear. And they stink. On this card, it shows the headdress of Hathor spreading her wings to protect the deceased pharaoh as he rules in the afterlife. History. By the late Roman period, Isis, the goddess of healing and magic, became conflated with many other goddesses. Rescue me through your command, the one who makes terror in enemies. She was responsible for protection over the nation of Egypt, not just against their physical enemies. Where's the Catholic Church with what's going on in Minnesota? Where was God? Where was God? I'm fully aware. I saw that this morning. It's a pattern. I don't know why you guys don't know this is a pattern, that these school shootings and the kidnappings start right when school starts. I don't know why you guys haven't caught on to this. I'm 40 years old. I have 4 children. I've watched this happen every year for since 1999. I'm the home of Colin. These school shootings are nothing new. You know what's not new? Is that everybody knew that this particular person was dangerous. That's where we'll find out. Give it about 2 weeks. They're going to bring it all out. Oh, they posted on social media. Their family knew. They purchased a gun. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How you don't know? Moving on. Pray for them, is what they'll say. It's not just against physical enemies, but also for the continued salvation of the nation's spirit. And she did this by warding off chaos and preserving order and stability. Her temple, and that's where I saw Oscar. Fucking Wolfman went, supposedly, and he went to the temple of Isis to do some incantation. I'm right here, bitch. What'd you get? You got me. You got me. And an expensive ticket to a dirt land. Her temple on the island says Isis was more effective in staving off the enemies than millions of soldiers. The best mineral to connect with Isis is a red jasper and a green jasper. As the most powerful goddess in the Egyptian pantheon, she may be invoked for virtually anything, but especially for divine protection against spiritual and physical threats. It's not just her. We talked about the names of power. I'm one of the most powerful names. My name is known through the entire universe, the tree of life. All beings on all fucking planets know my frequency. You're safe with me. There's nothing, and that's why I pray over these children, so that the dark won't get them. She's touched by the dark goddess. Don't touch her. Don't touch this child. This child is under the protection of the dark goddess. That's just me. I'm God's daughter. I'm God in the female form. The first. And repeated over and over and over. Make way, make way. The image of God is what the spirit yells. The people, it parts the seas. It's not red carpet, but it is. You can see. Everything opens up and moves and gets out of my way. I'm all protected. All protected. And I protect those around me. Why? Because, not just because I carry the light, but because I carry the dark. Nothing dark can touch you. And because of my frequency, everything in the universe knows me. I didn't stay on Earth. The day I was born, I fled. And I spoke of that too. I posted that. You know what I mean? How did all Christianity, how did all the world miss that? Genesis 1:27, he said, I made man and woman in my image. He said he made us, and he was pleased. And on the seventh day, he rested. He was done with his work. But then you go into Genesis chapter 2, the creation of Adam and Eve. He says it's not good for him to be alone. I must create him a helpmate. Where did the woman go? He was pleased on the sixth day. How did you guys miss this? How do you miss everything? You're not paying attention. Start paying attention. Let's move on to Nephthys. So this was yesterday's, but it's today. Salvation is yours. And I told you how. How? Break free, bro. I told you that yesterday. Quit. Give up. Walk away. Take your little bit of pride and go somewhere with it. And be happy. Your pride, the fall of man, the prideful man. You're too good to accept that this is done. Your pride can't take a no, an L. I just want to point out both of these are very similar as far as their goddesses. Let me move forward. That's it. What's holding you back? Your pride? Your mind's telling you no, because you're afraid of what everyone will say. Hey, dude, I did not know that DMX had 17 fucking children. What the fuck? Did you know you could pee out of that thing too? Holy shit. That was bad patterning. He just didn't use a rubber. And I have questions. Is it really that big of a difference? Does it really make that big of a difference? That you're just out there doing all that? I hope that, you know, that's 17 children that's a lot of him he left here. That's a lot of him. A lot of them that'll have to wear his karma. He lives on in them. It's crazy. Just want to talk about that. I don't know where that came from. Let's move on. Day 5, the birth of Nephthys. Nephthys. I can't say. Yeah, I said it right, I guess. The security offered in this card is a gentle, nurturing security of an infant in its mother's arms. I had a whole download. I mean, yesterday I posted it. I went to go do laundry with Mr. Rogers. It is Mr. Rogers that gets me to do those things that you don't want to do, like, you know, cleaning out the fucking refrigerator, doing laundry, all those big, you know, those adult things. It's kind of sad, but, you know, when you don't have parents, you grow up with the TV. So I'm like a cable guy kid. And Mr. Rogers was part of my childhood. He was very kind, and he taught us how to tie our shoes, and he taught us all about the big world out there that parents didn't teach us. So on days like that, you know, it's like I'm hanging out with Mr. Rogers. This morning I got a clip. I'm going to upload it tonight. Oh, he is on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and Oprah's asking him, what's the biggest mistake that parents make with their children? Right? So let me go back to that, and I'll answer this. The security offered with this is gentle, nurturing security of an infant in its mother's arms. I'm not going to answer that. You're going to have to catch that in my shorts. I'll post that tonight. What is the biggest mistake that parents make? They go to Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is a representation of children. His whole career is based on connecting with children, giving them a safe place from a TV screen. So they want to know what his qualifications for understanding children. Now, as I was watching this, all I could see was Mike, Archangel Michael Jackson. All he cared about was the children. He himself was a child. He couldn't connect with adults. He was there to create a space for the children. Change the world, make it a better place. Anyways, he was a big-ass child himself, obviously. He never, developed. He was stunting it in his growth. Stunting like his daddy. We talked about yesterday about our mother issues came out. Maybe it wasn't yesterday. Maybe it was Monday. About the nurturing and this and that. So it's all intertwined. I told you this. That's why You're so worried about the people. I saw it's all over Kim, how she did her daughter. And I just talked to Kanye about that. She's 12 years old, and that bitch's fucking miniskirt is smaller than anything I'd ever wear in my life. She puts her in high heels, a miniskirt, a fucking wig, and a whole bunch of makeup, and prances her around Rome. She's 12 years old, bro. She'll be sleeping around by the time she's 15. She'll be that Alabama Barker shit and that Catch Me Outside bitch. She'll be out there vaping and shit, making commercials and shit. She's just gonna be that fast-ass little fucking nasty ass. And Kanye, not being the father that's involved, isn't stopping this. And what's he going to do? Stand up to Kim? Slim Kim? That's puts everyone out there in their underwear, no matter who you are? You thought she wasn't going to do it to her daughter? She's 12 years old, bro. She's 12 years old. Look at this. She didn't drag any of her other 6 kids. Oh, this is her buddy. She has a fashion friend now. She has a fashion friend. Her sisters aren't her friend. Her mother isn't her friend. She doesn't have any friends. She's going to be friends with her kids. She's going to grow up with them. Hopefully. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Don't be these people, bro. And that's it. The adults don't care. Then you got the rest of the adults that don't care about their children. They're just out trying to make friends themselves. Trying to look cool for other adults. They have no regard to the children they're raising. And how important they are. They're just trying to look cool in their skin to other adults. I'd be damned if I ever saw fucking Royce outside with his kids, doing anything with his family. He sure liked to post a bunch of videos of all the fucking rappers that come to his, home studio. It better not be in your home. But in the essence, you're so proud of your works, but what works? Where's your fatherhood in this? Where's your familyhood? Neff, how come you're never in the pictures? Logic, I'd love to see you change a fucking diaper. Just put the fucking phone down and play with your kids. Hey, Marshall, how was it raising Haley? That's right, you weren't. You were too busy trying to raise the fucking charts. I don't care about the fathers and the mothers. All I care about is the children. You're doomed. I can't help you. I can't help you, bro. But I could get to these kids and they'll listen. They'll listen to me. They don't fucking listen to you. They're all fucked up, all kinds of fucked up around their parents. You leave them with a stranger and the stranger tells you how wonderful they are. Because we don't let that shit go. We're not you. I can get to these kids and make them better than you ever were. Better than your parents. Better than all your ancestors. You just want to be as good as everybody else. It means you will be safe and unafflicted by troubles. Isn't this the same thing? Does that mean for you? Do you pray to an Egyptian god that's going to protect you? How's Jesus doing over there for you? Get down on your knees. Is he answering all your prayers as the genie you think he is? Can you accept this? No, probably not, because you're not in that energy. And that's what I meant. It's like, this doesn't apply to you. I'm going to tell you what it is, and maybe one day you'll feel it or recognize it, but it doesn't apply. You don't believe in goddesses. You don't believe in the Egyptians, so how can you believe in the power they're giving to us if you don't believe in them? How can you believe in, and, you know, how can you receive Christ's forgiveness when you don't forgive nobody? How can you, I mean, all the good things of the divine when you are not of the divine? Feel free to exit to the left quietly. If Nephthys appears in a reading with her sister Isis representing salvation, this is an extremely fortunate pairing. I didn't plan this. This, the best in the deck. It means good things are coming your way and that the dual influence of the goddesses is upon you. She's my sister. And it's not just that. I have Hathor right there too. It's our family. That's what you don't understand. Show them. This is us. There's Skemet watching my back. This is olive and stuff like that. That's a whole offering to Jesus, the olive branch. Keep going. You don't know. And I don't expect you to. Because it's not something for your fucking knowing. What is this? An offering. We keep the offerings at the altar. Who's sitting under Jesus? Who's the tomb under Jesus? Melchizedek. Who's under there? I can't get them all. All the Egyptian gods are under there. Mayat. Granted, yes, they're kids' cards. This is a kids' game of memory. Use your memory to remember them. This is what sits under Jesus at my altar. The goddess of love, the cow goddess, gave her divine milk to pharaohs to give them long life and great power. It's more than you'll ever really understand that's going on here at this altar. And that's because I actually pray. As the pagan priestess, I pray to all forms of God that he sent. He sent himself in so many different times to so many different cultures. Skemet stays there. Why? Because she's the goddess warrior. You don't understand why. And again, yes, the offerings. There's a bunch going on here. You don't understand any of it. It just looks messy to you. Well, you've never been to a freaking altar. So there I am. And the whole Egyptian bloodline sits right there underneath them. My God and my avenging son. Okay? So, going back to it, Melchizedek, who rules the ascension path. Christ, who is the ascension. And Metatron, who allows you access into the universe. Without such, get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. Just get the fuck on with your life, bro. You can't access God without acknowledging that God was in all things, bro. You just can't. But you don't. You see Jesus as the only God. Okay. God only made himself. Well, what about Adam and Eve? Who are you then? You're not an image of God? Not very godly, I can see. You walk in your flesh. You've taken off of his image and created an image for yourself based on your name and all the plaques and everything. You're not a child of God. You're what? Eminem? Okay, moving on. You can't accept any of this because you don't believe in any of this, and this is why it doesn't apply to you. But when you start believing in more things, then more things come into you. Right? When you start believing in possibilities, you access more possibilities. Okay? History. Nephthys was the goddess of childbirth, and she kept her children secure with a safe home. Daughters of Nut, and the child who is in the nest, the glorious falcon who is in the nest. Ritual. Like Isis, Nephthys can be invoked for protection for general requests. She is also a healer and has concerns for the welfare of children and new mothers. As the goddess of beer, drinking alcohol was a traditional way to connect with Nephthys, and this And this may be done with a ritual invocation for her. I don't drink beer, but I do have 2. I've been carrying them for a long time. They're in my car. I'll go ahead and give them as offerings. I have 2 spirits. I don't know what they are. They got vodka or something in them. I don't know. I was given a whole case of them. I found a whole case of them. I gave some away. I just kept them because, again, sometimes the gods want alcohol. And as far as beer, that goes back to Maeve. You know what I mean? She was all big about celebrations. It's funny to think of as a goddess being all drunk. That she represented it. You know what I mean? You think of alcohol, you think of some dirty dude with a beard. Not this chick passing out fucking, kegs of beer. Roll them out! Get everyone nice and drunk. Jesus served wine at the Last Supper. He's like, oh, you're going to need a drink for this one. We're all going to need a drink for this one. Did he drink the wine is the question. So we're under protection. Security, salvation, protection. Tomorrow starts the new year. Congratulations. Under what? Thirsty Thursday. What do we got? New beginnings and jubilation. You should be in a good place. If not in a good place, then that means you haven't learned. It's okay. So there's a lot going on today. I didn't plan to pull those. I didn't do any of this. I was just being lazy, to be honest. Actually, no, I wasn't. I just wasn't inclined to do it. I thought about it, but I wasn't inclined. Now we know. So we're still in the goddess energy. Lots of it. Get excited. Tomorrow will be a 10-day forecast. Will change for 10 days. But I'm also seeing my sabbat. I saw the farmer's almanac come out for this winter. It's going to be a wet one. I was like, that sounds about right. It's Seattle outside. It's beautiful and cold. This is that kind of weather where you just like curl up and fuck or something. I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Come cuddle. It's cold outside. It's wet. Sorry, I'm being a little much. Alright, so we're going to check our almanac. This is almost over. Maboon 25. I'm going to have to buy a new one. God, I need a new book. I just got rid of the last one. Alright, Virgo energy. Started on the 22nd. Fuck off. Guess we're jumping into Pisces. I missed this whole Pisces season. I was like, where's Libra season start? That explains it. We're just going to go all through this because none of this matters. Pisces, Virgo, eclipse season. On September 7th, the full moon in Pisces coincides with a lunar eclipse, providing an undeniable, powerful, and profound energetic experience. Alright, the full moon in Pisces is when I reclaimed my priesthood. That was the first time I got out, and I had to do some serious ceremonies. It was the first time I danced naked under the moon. I had to do a hecate, and I actually had to face Bobby before sundown. It was a heavy fucking day. I remember crying. I was trying to race to go put my altar offerings down at fucking Red Rocks, and he calls me, and I drop it, and then it was all gone. It was like, fuck, that was hard. I cried for like real hard. It's like, you want me to cry? That was 2 years ago, bro. Shut up. You're on the same ass bullshit. A full moon in Pisces brings forth emotions, intuition, and deep spiritual connection. It is a time when our emotions are heightened and our intuition is at its peak. Pisces represents the High Priestess card. Very elusive and shit like that. To be a full Jupiterian, you have to have been a Pisces and a Sagittarius. Pisces and Sagittarius, which if you think about it, it's full external and full internal mixed together for this combustible planet, which again will be tomorrow. On a Thursday, this is the best day to catch me. This lunar phase encourages us to dive into the depths of our subconscious mind, exploring our dreams, desires, and innermost thoughts. When the full moon coincides with a lunar eclipse, the energy becomes even more potent. Great. Eclipses are known for their ability to bring about significant shifts and changes in our lives. They can act as catalysts for transformation, urging us to release what no longer serves us and embrace new beginnings. I hate this. I say this every day for the rest of my life. But it doesn't matter because you're not listening. Every day you're supposed to let go, bro. Every day you hold on tighter to the shit that's not good. Oh, man. The combination of the full moon in Pisces with the amplifies these effects. It invites us. You see why I don't have friends? You guys irritate the shit out of me. Your very way of being and thinking. It's like you're fucking mindless. This is dumb. Why are you going? Why? 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 And I ask you why, and it's always fear-based. Oh, because this, and because that, and because this. You have no fucking faith that things could ever get better, so you just hold on to the shit that's no good. It's no good. I don't give a shit. And going back to all you 2,500 men, let her go, bro. Let her be somebody else's problem, bro. She is your problem in your life. She needs to learn how to care for herself, bro. She needs to learn how to care for herself. What I said about fucking Jonica yesterday, I'd never really said, but it's true. She's an ungrateful, greedy little fucking bitch. All the shit he's done for her, and she still expects him to do more every time they go out that front door. I'm rhyming, I get it, the creativeness is coming through. Nothing's good enough for this cunt. He has bought her cars, clothes, everything. Took her all over the world. She still is sitting around pissy waiting for him to spend more money on her. That's all she does all day is sit around in his face waiting for him to spoil her. She's a spoiled, rotten bitch, but it's not just her. He's used to that. That's his mom. That's his dad. That's his sister and his brother. He's just used to people sitting around like he knows they want something, so he's going to hold out and then he'll give it to you when he's damn ready. But you're a cunt-ass bitch. All the clothes you own, as long as you don't gain weight, you don't need no more, bitch. You don't need no more shoes, bitch. You need to do something with yourself, bitch. He don't need to dress you up every time he goes out. He's the performer. He needs a new fit to be seen in, not you. Go put on all those clothes that you only wore once and took a picture of. He has spent, I would say, millions of dollars on your bitch ass, and you expect him to do that for the rest of this life. And you wonder why he's stressing making fucking music. No, she's got enough. They've got enough, Russ. You've got enough. You don't need another fucking car, Russ. You gonna buy yourself another car for your birthday? That's just what you do every birthday? You don't drive enough to have that many. What about the car she owns? Why she don't go nowhere? What about her apartment, bro? Why are you paying for this? Why she lives in your house? Nothing you ever do will be enough for her. And it's not just her, it's everyone around you, my love. Why? Because it's never enough for you. When it's enough for you, it's enough for them. She's just looking at you all day for what you're going to do for her, Russ. And that's not just her. That's all of them. And I want all of you to stand back and sit and look at your own personal little crowds, your little groupies. Your kids are just waiting around for you to walk in the door and they can tell you what they want out of you. Some spoiled fucking brats that only see you as a credit card, bro. And nothing you give them is going to make them happy or stop. They're going to expect you to keep giving them for the rest of their fucking lives. And they're going to guilt you if you don't. But last year there was 37. When's it enough, Jonica? When is his love enough? Has he given you enough? It's never enough for a chick like you, right? Nobody could give you enough shit for you to feel content and happy and loved. Where you're like, I'm good. You're not good. Not inside or out, bro. It's an energy they both share. Striving to have more, to be more. If you don't fucking clean out your fucking closet, bitch, at least fucking, you know what I mean? Consign that shit to another bitch. Make some money and go buy yourself some new clothes. If you're not going to wear the shit he bought you. He spent good-ass money on all those purses. He spent good-ass money on all those shoes. He spent good-ass money on all that fucking clothes that you don't fucking wear. And you expect him to spend good-ass money every time he steps out to take you shopping every fucking day. Did your mommy do that? Or just your sugar daddy here? Does your dad spoil you like this? Does he spoil his other daughter like this? Does your sister get spoiled like this, or you're teaching her how to get spoiled? You're a spoiled bitch, bro. Dudes that are spoiling bitches like this, that's bullshit, bro. These some weak-ass bitches, bro. And they make you look bad. You're paying for pussy, bro. You're paying for attention. You're paying for affection. You're paying companionship. You're a prostitute. You're a prostitute. You have to pay to play. Because if you had nothing, they wouldn't be there. They'd go find someone else that got something. These hoes ain't loyal. Chris Brown type. If he cut her off, she'd be gone. Real quick. And he knows it. Why? Let her go. Let her go fucking live off someone else. Just like your mom. Let her go find another man. Let your sister go find another man. Let your brother go find another man to live off of. The man of the house. You're the boy that's getting beat. Sorry, guys. Sorry? Not sorry. The combination of the full moon is going to make you fucked up. It invites us to delve into the realms of spirituality, compassion, and empathy. This is a time when you feel more connected to your higher self and have heightened awareness of an interconnectedness of all things. And that's where Russ is. He thinks that connecting with him higher self is writing a good song. Oh, I really tapped into some creativity. Did they tell you to create a better life for yourself? Or just to sample someone else's song? Shut up, bro. That's your lower self. That's your south node. And according to the books, you will always be in your south node when you're dating an Aries. According to fucking science, bro. A Libra will always be in his south node in an Aries. She will overpower him every time. Or he. I don't know who you are, but if that applies to you, you might need to fucking, make some decisions in your life. And that goes back to me. I will always be uncomfortable with a Cancer. I am fire and you are fucking sensitive. This will always be some drama. This will always be some drama, bro. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to pretend that this isn't going to be, that you're too soft for me. You're too soft for me. I'm not even going to pretend. In terms of magical work during this celestial event, I recommend to focus on rituals that involve releasing old patterns and beliefs that hinder your personal growth. Harnessing the energy of this full moon in Pisces lunar eclipse can be particularly beneficial for practices as meditation, journaling, dream work, and engaging in creative pursuits. On September 21st, another new moon in Virgo will coincide with the solar eclipse. Okay, wait a minute. We went from a lunar to a solar. During this period, it is crucial to pay attention to your health and well-being. Why? It's the change of the season. When we go into autumn, it's the same as it's flu season is what they call it. It's the same as like when we go into allergy season, bro. The change of the weather makes you get all fucked off. During this period, it's crucial to, Virgo encourages us to prioritize self-health care routines and establish healthy habits. This is an ideal time for introspection and self-reflection, as we can identify areas in our life that require refinement and adjustment. Virgo, that's totally fucking... That is so Kobe Bryant. Fucking always talking about refinement and adjustment. However, it's important to approach this energy with caution as well. The intensity of the solar eclipse may bring unexpected challenges or disruption to our lives. What's solar? Action. What's lunar? Introspection. So all of a sudden, they call it solar flares. It's like all this energy is coming from what? The fucking sun. It's blowing up inside of you. You have a universe inside of you. As it peaks outside, it peaks inside. If you're, part of the universe, the rest of you are not. You're just part of your mind. You're part of the matrix. Let's see. Be mindful not to get overwhelmed by perfectionism or become overly critical of yourself or others during this time. Well, I mean, I'm overly critical about everyone. What do we see? Anna's hummingbirds, some feasts and treats. Hot dogs fully loaded on a wrap. I posted that this morning. Did you guys hear me laughing? I know you heard me. I laughed so fucking hard. It's like this man drove 900 miles just to stop at every Costco along the way and have a hot dog. I'm like, dude, I'm inviting him to my wedding. What are you talking about? I have this dream to serve the Costco foot-long hot dog at my wedding. I just want people to this big old wiener and sit there and watch them eat it. This for my wedding night is to watch people eat a foot-long. You're psycho. I mean, I just like to have fun. funny. The question is, should it be all beef? I mean, we might as well give him some special brownies to go with this. This would be the best wedding ever. Do I have to have them catered? Can we just buy these big old wieners? It's my dream. It's funny. Most people won't show up, but whoever does, it'll be worth it. That's what the joke was. I'm inviting him to my wedding. I know he'll like it. You're funny. I am. I'm very funny. Alright, there's some crafts. A cornucopia. Yeah, let's just go buy one. Where the fuck? Where are we going? This is that fucking... This is... This is NF's wife. We go to her for the crafty shit. She's over there doing all that shit, making messes in her house. And then she makes her kid vacuum it up. Her kid has an addiction to vacuums. Tell me he ain't a bitch. This is what happens when your dad's not taking you into the garage or out anywhere. You learn how to do dishes and vacuum. There's a full description of your lack of fathering over there, buddy. Most boys like airplanes and trains and, you know, automobiles. This kid can't wait to go to the vacuum store with his mom. Because his mom takes him places. Where do you see dad taking him out? Why are you like this? It has to do with your mom and your dad. But you don't get to use that as an excuse, NF. Nate, for whatever your fucking last name is. Feuerstein, some. Are you German? Polish? Those are two opposites, you know. He could be Alaskan. I don't know. He could be African American. I'm just moving on. Just talking shit. Llamas and runes. Llamas and runes. Why are we in llamas? We're supposed to be in Maboon. Alright, well, this is pretty helpful. We learn this again tomorrow. Do you guys know the runes? Nordic runes? This is a whole guide to it. This is pretty helpful. I think we should keep these pages. I might have to tear these out. Why? Because look at how helpful they are. Do you know anything about their language? We're still trying to learn. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Llamas, rituals, things you need, notes. Maboon! That's where we're supposed to be going to. The harvest and the dangers of nostalgia. Ooh, watch out for the past. Libra season and the beginning of the astrological autumn. Listen to this. As we process into astrological autumn, Libra stands at the scales of equilibrium. Dude, I think they lied on your birth certificate. Really, Russ? I don't think you're a Libra. I'm serious. Your mom's a whole ass liar, dude. You were probably stolen at birth. She probably can't even conceive. Look at the difference between you and them. You're somebody else's kid, bro. Obviously. Your dad wasn't doing it right, dude. Don't think that she wasn't out there doing something on her own. With you, I always wonder, dude, like, seriously, you're her sugar daddy, so how does this work? Like, does she, like, tell her boyfriends that, no, my son's coming over? He won't pay for me if he knows you exist. You guys are so fucking weird. I mean, I don't know what kind of psychologist helps with such weird, twisted family matters, but I'm gonna find them for you, and I'm gonna pay for them to help you. This is beyond God. Libra is a signifier of a new season as cardinal air, and it asks us to initiate creativity, to communicate readily, and to invest in our social groups. Oh, God. Him and his group. I'm going to stop there. This is only going to get worse. We'll talk about that when we get closer to Libra season. God, I hate your energy, bro. You're like, but you love me. I do, but I love you. I just don't like you. What is it? There's two different parts to everybody. He's a fucking Humpty Dumpty piece of shit. In the essence, there's the part that God made you that I love. And then there's the part of you that you just love yourself and you want everyone else to love, and I can't stand. I love the parts of Marshall that nobody knows. You guys love Eminem. Eminem. I can't stand Eminem, to be honest. Really? I mean, not too much. He's an arrogant bastard. We're talking about another fucking Kanye right here. Have you met Eminem? Have you? This one time, I think. Just kidding. What now, God? Where am I supposed to go from here? I don't know. Let's pull a tarot, I suppose. We got some time. Don't worry, is what those cards were talking about. Salvation stuff. I mean, you gotta believe in God. Period. Some form of God. That something out there is watching out for you. Or you could just believe that you're a nothingness, just floating through the infinite nothing, and nothing you do matters. Alright, well, you're pretty useless, then nothing. Bear no fruit, then you shall bear no fruit. But if you don't believe that you have a purpose and that you're going to help change the world and you're just here to take from it, then you're useless too. Ooh, look at that card. What is that? Peacemaker. Oh my god, bro. Did they make a show about that guy? That was funny. I always refer back to that. What was it from? I don't know. Suicide Squad? And he's like, I'll never unsee that scene. He's like, the starfish represents a butthole in prison. Any correlation? I can't watch a show based on that. I can't watch a show based... John Cena's a joke anyways. What a joke. In his little whitey tighties. 7 of Cups. Well, I don't think that's good either. Why? I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome to the realm of the inner shadow. 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Phantoms and doubts drift... Yeah, because it's illusions. That's why I was like, I don't think this is good. Phantoms and doubts drift before you, and passage seems impossible. That's what it said in those cards. If you feel ill-equipped and uneasy, but the shades who haunt your mind are powerless when you reveal your true self to them. Hawk, I saw this post, I shared it. It's better to be hate for what you are than liked for what you're not. It's better to show them what you really are. Then they can make an honest choice. You don't like me? Fine. I'm not going to pretend to be something you like. I'm not going to be likable. If you don't like me, fine. That's how I feel. I'm not going to be something you like. You either like me or don't, and that's okay. We all have different likes. Let's see. When you reveal your true self to them, your guides in this realm have never truly left you. Their many gifts can be found within. And that's where it is. All of a sudden I saw Pac. They add their power to your own. They help you to perceive the many facets, real and potential. You need only make the right choice to overcome the present obstacle. It's a choice. Their free will choices every day to stay or to go. You're choosing to stay. Keyword, illusionary fears, a choice of approach, personal revelation. That's not how the 7 of Cups reads anywhere else. It reads about lies and deception and confusion and uncertainty. All these options, but none of them are real. Stuff like that. So it's funny because, you know, these cards are completely different. It's like, oh, everyone reads the 7 of Cups different. That's not what my cards say. Obviously, that's not what my cards say. And that's so that we have so many different cards so you can get a better understanding. For those of you that are new, we'll do this one more time. These I just got. These are the shadows. My friend bought them. I was like, no, you don't want to go this. And before you knew it, she's already in her shadows. Saw her yesterday. She was awake. It was a cool moment. I saw her yesterday. And we actually spoke. So it's the Journey of the Shadows. Where did it say that? I kept reading it. How does this tarot work? Spreads. There it is. Learning the Wisdom. No, it said the Journey of the Shadows. I don't know. Whatever. I have that one. Right? So we're currently learning that one card at a time. I've had these for 3 years, and this is what Metatron is making me work on. We're learning the tarot and how they align with quantum physics, but as well as the planets. Alright, so we're learning those as well. Okay? My third pack that I got are these ones. which I always use this guidebook. But those are these cards that go with this guidebook. But I typically pull this guidebook out for almost any of our cards. Alright, there's those. Now I also have my original that I first bought. These are extremely, this is how I learned tarot, and this is why I don't read it like anyone else. Because I learned it. So we said the 4 of Cups, right? No, 7 of Cups. See? Choices, illusions, wishes, multiple possibilities, or even opportunities. Be very aware and discerning. Take a deeper look and research your choices. What serves your highest good? And then it shows the, you know what I mean? So this is how I learned a tarot card. That's not much. That's not much, but these were all about a spiritual healing journey. This is how it showed me. And I tried to use this the other day. I got confused. I started with 7 cards. Right? So you got your current energy, spiritual work at hand. These 2 cards reflect the environment, the progression, and the outcome. That's how I learned tarot. But as you can see, it didn't give me much to learn. It did give me great pictures, though. Ooh, 6 of Swords, sailing away to better places. So that was my first tarot deck. I still don't have them memorized. As you can see, how can you memorize them when you're always changing the meaning of them? Then I got these. These are the highest level. They sit in there with special incense, too. What are these? These are the Notoria. We're still learning them 1 card at a time. I think we're actually approaching the last one. We can pull this card, too. I feel it. These are very, high-tech ones. We're right here at 68. And I owe you one. What is it? The 6 of Swords. Isn't that exactly what I just pulled at the bottom? Where's that deck? Where did I just put it? I have so many over here, obviously. Come on, where's the green ones? Okay, hold on, I'm confusing myself. Are they here? Yep, they're over here. That's what I just pulled at the bottom of this deck. 6 of Swords. Coincidence? I think not. We pulled these already. You want to be in the 9 of Swords, all stressed out and worried about shit? That's pretty much where you are. So you see, this is how wise, oracles have more tarot. Tarot readers just have more pictures. They keep the same meaning on every card. They never switch it. These are the most advanced because they teach you the tree of life. Okay? So what was that? Number 68. And they come with an invocation. How many are in here? Not that many. 70. 78. And it ends with Lucifer, the morning star, the light bringer. Interesting, isn't it? Alright, we are at 68. Habuya. God who bestows freely. Invocation. I don't speak Latin, so I just try to pronounce the words as they're the letters as they're put together. Confitimini dominio quanayam bones cunias in saeculium miserici. Whoa, hold on. Misericordia ejus. I don't know. I give it my best. That's all they ask. But then I'm like, I hope I didn't invoke something bad. Habaya places in our subconscious an essence that allows us to heal and reign harmony where an imbalance of our desires and emotions have given rise to impulses that are not aligned with our will, and thus come cosmic dynamics. It takes care to use the orderly and rational energy of this angel, so that it doesn't generate alterations on the material and psychomatic planes. Wow. That will make it impossible for us to feel fully integrated, always carrying the burden of this incongruence. Say it again. Places in our subconscious an essence that allows us to heal and regain harmony where an imbalance of our desires and emotions have given rise to impulses that do not align with our will and thus with cosmic dynamics. He's pushing you to let go of the things that don't align with you. The angel is part of the angels, and that makes sense. We've been with nothing but the angels. Six of Swords. Planet is Mars. Sign is Pisces, and it's the Six of Swords. Mars is action. Pisces, I just told you all about, is intuition. And the Six of Swords is sailing away. A transition into a new state of being or life. I can read that to you out of here. I'm not going to pull it out of there. Nine of Wands, Swords. So this is not a joyful card. The Six of Swords indicates moving away from troubles, either physically or mentally. According to this, the angel is pushing you. You've been through a distressing time and have been feeling unable to do anything about it, but now you can see your way more clearly. And that goes back to Isis and Nephthys. They're opening the doors for you. They're letting you know the doors will open in good time. Bro, when you sailed away to America, you didn't know how long it was going to take. Nobody said it takes 30 years. Nobody said they weren't going to make it. They didn't know how long it was going to take for them to get to America. Maybe they told him 3 days, 5 days. How long do you think it takes to sail from Europe to America, bro? You just got to sit there until you get there. It's those terrible kids in the back. Are we there yet? No. When will we be there? When we fucking get there. You'll know when you see it. Right now we're just here. Which is where? In between. There is regret, as moving forward you need to leave something behind. This can be a card of literal travel, journeying to a place where you can forget your troubles. It could indicate a holiday or a move to a new location, though you will have to leave behind family and friends. They threw out fucking Dory yesterday, bro. Who's Dory? She was a problem child for sure. Dory's been here the longest. She's been here 16 months. Really? Yeah. She didn't get along with others. She got too comfortable here. She treated it like this, and she's fighting with the same family that does the same shit. I feel like the next one should be. It's unfair for one to go and not the other when they were you know what I mean? She was kicked out for fighting, and this one goes around causing trouble with everybody in this building. But anyways, you know, she stirred up all this shit, and I saw her yesterday. I was coming up the elevator, and she was exiting with all her stuff. I was like, are you moving? She said, no, girl, they put me out. I was like, damn. I told her, I was like, if God didn't push you out, you weren't going to go anywhere. You've been here too long. He had to push her out. Otherwise, she's just going to sit here wasting away, and she's been here the longest. When you see women that have been here that long, you know, people that have been here that long, and there's no resources, and that's the next thing that's going to hit. Our resources to move out are based on Salvation Army, which is a Catholic charity, just for those of you that don't know. Salvation Army is pulling out of here on December 31st. That means their funding that's connected to Salvation Army goes with them. All of us that had that $5,000 move-in cost might lose it when Salvation goes. Nobody knows about that. They could just house us for a little bit and then just kick us out if they don't have wraparound services to help us out of here. Then it could just be a transitional shelter where they keep you for a certain amount of time. They're going to build a new structure when they come in. I'm sure there'll be time limits. But then you go back to these. Why did she stay so long? Let me tell you something you don't know that I only found out when God put me on welfare this just recently. Because of Trump's cuts, there's no longer child care assistance for any families. Before, a single mother could go and apply for child care assistance where the government would pay a good portion for a babysitter so we could go to work. They can't anymore. If you don't have a babysitter, you don't work. Any single mother that doesn't have someone to watch her kids can't get a job now. I don't know if that's every one of the 52 states, but I'm telling you that's the problem here in Colorado. She had 3 small children under the age of fucking 7. She can't get a job. She can't. I have older kids now that, you know, they're teenagers as long as they allow me at their age. They're fucking basic. I have a junior high and high schooler. If they don't, by the time CJ's in high school, there should be no fucking problem. But it would have been the same thing. The women can't work. If you can't work, you can't qualify for housing. You have to have money to qualify for housing. There's nowhere for them to go. Are you serious? Yeah, bro. It's that bad. If they can't work, they can't get a house. That's why I asked, you know what I mean? It's like there's no Section 8 around here where they're going to just send you out somewhere and put you in a house. If you don't got a job, you don't get a house. They can't work. Who's going to watch their babies? It's bad. Which means what? You're going to have a bunch of mothers and children homeless. I asked her if she had somewhere to go. She said, no, I was going to my car. She's a liar. She's a fucking liar. She has a sister around here that gave her that car. She has a sister around here that gave her... And that's what I said. Hey, if she ditches her washer, I call dibs on it. She's like, damn. I was like, I know it's hella insensitive. I went running after her yesterday before I went to do my laundry to offer to buy it off of her. She can't fit it in her car. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like, you guys don't understand how real it is in the real world, bro. These are real mothers that got abandoned, that had sex with a man and abandoned them with children. And they can't provide for those children, bro. What kind of children are going to grow up in separation, bro? What were we? What did we do for money? What did we do to get out of poverty? It's bad out there, bro. It's really bad out there. I know we can't save all of them, but, you know, God, give me this fucking lottery, bro. Let me build some houses, bro. Let me put some roofs over your babies' heads. Let me put some roof over these babies' heads, bro. They're gonna be out on the streets, bro. They already are, guys. Even as a man that provides for your family or whoever you provide for, you know how difficult it is to make ends meet. Us women do our best, bro, but we're not you. And we don't even get, you know, nowadays there's fair wages, but, you know, I'm thinking about Mr. Plum. It's like, back then, the women educators got paid 30% less than him. They went to school just as long. They have just as many kids, just as many bills, but they got paid 30% less than him because they were women and he was a man. It's not fully the way it is now. You know, we have some equality in the work field, but where are they supposed to leave these babies, bro? And that's how these kids get molested. That's how they get abused. That's how terrible things happen, is all we're doing is going to work, trying to provide. No, we weren't there to care for you. We weren't there to protect you. We weren't there to feed you. We couldn't put you to bed. We couldn't get you off to school. We had to get to work. My mom was gone. She wasn't there in the mornings when we went to school. She wasn't there when we came home. She wasn't there when we went to bed. My mom went to school, or went to work. You know, she was a professional housekeeper. So she worked all day cleaning people's houses. She would come home in the evening real briefly, if she could, to have a quick meal, change her clothes, and then she would head out to Red Rocks Community College. And she did night classes. She was trying to better herself so she could make more money. Meanwhile, year after year, we grew up in the house by ourselves. Thank God she provided for us. I don't know how to save the world, but I have some ideas. God gave me some good ideas how to make it better for these kids, bro. Nobody liked Dory. And that's fine. There was lots not to like about her. But those kids sat next to me in my sage burn and asked questions, and I prayed over them and everything, and fuck. I hope they'll be alright. Dory said she was just waiting on all kinds of taxes. And she was going to move to, I think she said Tennessee. She had all kinds of money coming back. She never got none of that COVID money, none of that, bro. They filed massive taxes. So Dory's supposed to be okay. You know, but I don't want to know of anyone, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want them to go backwards. You want them to go forwards, you know? And everybody that knows Dory could say I told fucking Diana 3 days ago I knew she was going. I felt it. I was like, they're going to put her out, bro. She's doing too much. And they did. But it doesn't matter. I'm trying to show to you that even when she gets out there, the whole matrix is meant to lose. She doesn't, you know what I mean? Without fucking finding her a dude real quick, some friends, somebody to help with those kids, bro, they're all doomed. And that's why they need God. That's where they need God. It's a real sad thing, bro, and that's what I told her. I was like, if He didn't push you out, you weren't going to go anywhere. She's been stagnant in this place for nearly 2 years. You're like, why didn't she get better? I tried to tell you. She couldn't. She really couldn't. She could only do so much. And that's where you sit and judge people. And that's that Virgo, that perfection. If I can do it, you can do it. Nah, bro, it's not the same barriers. It's not the same shit. And I look at all of them, you know, with their all of them have the same like me, 2 back to back. They asked me too, how close mine are. Fucking same as yours, 18 months. I didn't wait either. Same as yours. It was a lot harder when they were that small. It was a lot harder. I don't know. Just pray for them, bro. Pray for your mother. Pray for your sister. Pray for these girls that are having sex unprotected, bro. They're gonna get knocked up and then fucking their lives and a new child's life is fucked. All they were trying to do was love a man, bro, that didn't want to wear a rubber or couldn't afford one. That's all they were trying to do was get close to someone, bro. Jesus. This card reverse warns that if you turn the boat around, if you don't turn the boat around, you will be sailing back into troubled waters. You may situation will resolve itself and feel powerless against another person. Seek out impartial advice and listen to it. Ultimately, only you can make the change you need. And that's what it says. If you're not sailing away, you're going right back into it. Tomorrow's supposed to be a day of new beginnings for everybody on a thirsty Thursday. It's supposed to be jubilation. It's supposed to be the new year, the Egyptian new year. Are you going to celebrate something new tomorrow, or are you going to be the same old person as today with the same responsibilities, the same problems, the same stresses? It's not easy to do what I do. It's simple. You know what you got to do. It's not easy because you're fighting your mind, and it's going to have a huge effect in your material world. That's where all this faith and hope and love and joy and long suffering comes from. You have faith that it'll be okay. You hope that you're doing the right thing. You're going to suffer through this, but it's going to bring you joy because you're doing something that you're re-empowering yourself. At 1:17:33 when I look down. It's hard. That's why people look at me as, fearless. Nah, bitch, I'll be scared. I just do it. There's a difference. I just do it. Crying, screaming, worried, shaking. I do it. I know I gotta do this no matter how scared my body and mind is. I have a spirit inside of me that says I can. Even though my body is telling me I can't, and my mind is telling me I can't, and my finances are saying I can't, and everybody else outside is saying I can't. My spirit says I can, which is the Spirit of God. This is hard, guys, and I'm pushing you. But it's going to be the same message, bro. I swear to God. You're going to hear me do this. That's why I'm like, I'm so fucking tired of this. Every day for the rest of my life, I'm here to encourage you, to push you out. Out of your comfort zone and into God's arms. In faith. I'm here to push you in blind faith. Some of you will start, little by little, you'll start jumping out of the nest. Little penguins will start jumping into the water and swimming. Little turtles will start, coming out of their shell and going straight into the ocean to find themselves. You can't stay on the beach. There's no food. There's no family. You can't stay where you are. You could, but you're only doing it because you're scared. I'm scared too, bro. But it's just how the body, the scared is just the mind's not knowing, or it's projecting of what it thinks will happen. The emotions that you feel from fear is just from the mind. It's uncertainty, or, or it's certainty. It's sure this is going to be the worst thing ever. Or it's unsure and still thinks this is going to be the worst thing ever. It's an inner child that's scared to go meet Santa Claus. You know what I mean? It's scared to tell the truth. It's scared to pull his hand. I'm seeing this kid pulling his hand behind his back and showing, thank you. And that's it. You're forgiven. Go play now. Just, I encourage you every day for the rest of my life, 56 years, 55 and a half-ish, to push you to live your life and to be brave. Not be homeless. I'm not pushing you to this, bro. No. God put me here to make you guys aware of what it is down here. You don't know about homeless people. You don't know about families. You don't know about what's going on out here. I am your messenger, and these are his people, bro. And these are his children, the ones you've forgotten. The ones you cast out that you say are unworthy of love and support, and they need it. I watched a movie yesterday, and I felt that it's coming again. We know it's coming. It has to. It has to, because of exactly what we're talking about. I've always said this. It has to happen again, and it has to be done good. I watched a movie yesterday I never saw before called The Big Short, about the crash of the housing market, the economy. I lived through that. I remember being a teenager, and it was all over the not even a teenager, just young. It was all over the fucking news, all the fucking time. Fucking, you know what I mean? Debt or what was it? Financing and all this shit. Repossession. All these commercials would come on all the time about it happening. And I remember at the very end of it, it said 8 million people lost their jobs and 6 million people lost their homes. The reason that homelessness is at an all-time high right now is because of what they did, what happened then, and the rules they put on it now. So without a fucking 750 credit rating score and being able to prove that you make 3 times the rent, you don't get a house. What is a rental application? They run your background, they run your credit check. Before, anybody that had the money could get in, or they could adjust the rates to make sure you got a home. But then all these people got homes and couldn't pay for them, and that's what made all of this crash. So now they won't let you in a home unless they have security, even a cosigner, to prove that you make 3 times the income, that this will never be a problem again. That you can, in fact, pay this fucking bill comfortably. Who makes 3 times the fucking rent when rent is fucking 55% of your income? Right now, a 2-bedroom in Colorado, this is cutting it short, I'd say $1,200 to $1,700. That's being fucking comfy. If you want to be comfortable, it should be closer to $2,000 and in a good neighborhood. Minimum wage is $15 still here. If you step out of Denver County and go into some of the other counties, like I'm on the outskirts, so I can catch it up to 17 and 18, but typically it's 14, 15 across. Do the math. They're not giving you 40 hours because then they have to give you health care. Well, they're trying to break that shit, taking away Obamacare and shit like that. They'll give you 30 hours. What is that? $450 a week. Times what? Times 4 weeks in a month. Maybe 5. You get a 5th week in November, and I think in like March or something, there's an extra week. But in essence, no. You're making $450 times 4. Take away that, so that's 16. What? 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 What about the taxes that they're going to take out if you don't have dependents? That doesn't cover anything. You still have your phone bill. Everybody's phone bill is about $100 at this point. It should be 60 to 100. You got your fucking phone bill. You got all your streaming services. You have your gas, your insurance, all of that. That's just your basics. What about your light bill? What about your water bill? What about fucking food? Can you understand why America's crashing? The economy, you don't make enough to live. And even if you did, if you didn't have the perfect credit score, you're not getting in any of these buildings. It's a requirement. In order to move into a house in America, they have to run a credit check on you. Based on that, they disqualify you. And what you don't know, the extra part, since most of you homeowners don't recognize, every time they run an application, it costs anywhere from $30 to $50. Every time you walk in, and just for them to run that number, and every time they run it, it affects your credit. It drops your credit down. Every time your credit is ran. Tell me we're not in a fucked up we're not in a system that's got to break. It's got to. Something's got to give. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. So when I came back to Colorado, I had over $5,000 and a good job and everything, but I had an eviction on my credit. This means that you've already shown that you haven't paid a landlord. We're not going to touch you. That stays on your credit for 10 years. Confirmation. 10 years, they can see that you didn't pay a bill, and they can deny you for that bill. Truthfully, yeah, it's pretty bad. We need something to erase all of this. We need a fresh start. We need a second chance. God's all about second chances. Forgive us, for we knew not what we did. Please give us another chance. Can we go to the government and say that? Can we go to, JP Morgan and say that? Can we go to Wells Fargo and say that? Absolutely not, bro. They want you to think, I have a bunch of people outside of, the American culture. They want you to think that we've got it all good over here, and that if you come here, your dreams will be true, or your dreams will come true. Stop watching TV, bro. It's not true. It's not true. We're suffering hard out here. Come to America and you'll see. People are living in tents. How is it in your country? What do they do with your homeless in your country? Is that what they do? And then when you find a place in a tent, the police will come and break it down and set fire to it, wrap it all up and throw it in the little bit of shit you do have. They'll break down because it's ugly, because the neighbors don't like it. They want you to live in the woods, but you're not allowed to. They don't want to see you suffering. They don't want to see anybody suffering on these streets. They want it to go away. They want to push it out somewhere. They don't want you to know it's real, but it is. It always has been, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. We gotta do something. And if it's not you, then it's me and the next generation that are gotta do something. We gotta change this. They don't have a winning chance. It's the end days. Everything's supposed to fall apart. But it can be rebuilt and better. So where something like this doesn't happen again. Where women and children aren't fucking forgotten. Fucking veterans and fucking widows aren't homeless. It's exactly what the Bible said, bro. To watch out for us. That group is what the Bible said. Over and over and over. Watch out for your widows. Watch out for your elderly. Watch out for the children. What are you doing? You're watching out for yourself, right? Because you don't want to end up like that on the streets with us, huh? How close are you to a couple paychecks and you're like us? Something's got to give. There's nothing wrong with us. There's something wrong with the system, bro. And that's what the end of the movie said. They said they were going to blame it on immigrants and homeless. That's how that movie ended. That's what he's doing, right? That's what our fucking famous president up there is doing it. He's blaming our problems in America on immigrants and homeless. We're homeless because of your system, bro. And you are the immigrant. I love how he always forgets that. Talk about pull a birth certificate, Trump. Let's see your birth certificate, Trump. You sure wanted Obama's. Let's see yours. Weirdo. Anyways, moving on. I'm not really about that. I love my people. I love my country and I love my people. I'm not about any of that shit. I'm against all these unjust rules and I just want things to be better for people, for their children. I don't want them to suffer like we did or any worse. That's all. So, hey, I don't know, make some changes. I think that's where we were. 6 of Swords is what I'm going to highlight this as. Love yous. Laters.